Welcome to the Modern Free Dad. You are on a journey to live a life of presence, purpose, and fulfillment. And it took me until last year, 2024, to realize what my purpose was. And it was simple. My purpose is to be me. Your purpose is to be you. Now, you may have different missions or different visions in life, but your main purpose is to be you. And how do you be yourself? You be yourself by expressing yourself. You express yourself in your own truth, your own authentic expression. That is you living in your purpose. And when you are living in your purpose, you start feeling fulfillment. And so it is really quite simple. Once you break through all the confusion out there, all the excess knowledge of things we actually don't need to know, you come back to the simplicity of it. Your purpose is to be you. Who are you? Take away your job. Who are you? Take away your role as a dad. Who are you? Being a dad is part of who you are, but being your dad isn't your sole purpose. It's part of your journey. It's a beautiful journey. And when you step into your true purpose and you realize that you have the permission and the freedom to be yourself, that is freeing and fulfilling on its own. When you realize that all you have to do is freely express your unique perspective, your unique gift, that is a freeing statement and a freeing realization. And it took me until June last year to get there. After years of introspection and or even just being part of religion. Religion didn't teach me anything about myself. It only ever taught me about the other person, the other man. It didn't really teach me anything about myself. That's what I taught and found out and remembered for myself. And so you're on this journey of remembering that your purpose is to be you. And in being you, even if you don't know what your main dream is or your main goal in life might be, when you start acting out of your purpose and you start expressing your own unique perspective and you're true to your own unique truth, that's when things start unfolding for you. And so I can't sit here and tell you what your exact purpose is, what your exact mission is. That's only for you to find out. And you probably don't even know right now. You might have a nice little idea in your mind. And the beauty of this is you walk through this and you realize that you actually don't even know. You don't even know where you're going. And that's the exciting, fun part of it. It's like feeling like a child again. You're so filled with curiosity and you're just filled with this drive to just see everything for the beauty that it is. You're no longer working in a life of trying to survive. You're living in this life of a thriving experience. You're living now. You're actually living now. And so when you're on a journey from going from a surviving life to a thriving life, there's some transitional learnings along the way. And the first one is your purpose is to be you, plain and simple. How do you be you? How are you being yourself? How do you do that? And so you find your own method. You walk your own path because you have an inner guidance system. You can call it your wisdom, you can call it your higher self, you can call it the best version of you, you can call it your soul, or whatever you want to call it. You have this guidance within you where when you connect to it and you become still and you quieten out the loudness of the noise around you, you will actually start feeling things that you haven't felt before. You'll start hearing clearly. You will start feeling this path. You may not see it all the way, but you're feeling that this way is more exciting. And you do these things like meditation or walking on the grass with bare feet or looking in the sun or having a bath, or having a swim in the ocean. You do these grounding things so you can clear your mind and become present to your own thoughts and your own blueprints, your own unique path. And it's just about quietening down. You can't force your thoughts. You just observe them. You become the observer. And in becoming the observer, you start seeing that you actually have a role to play within your own life. And this brings you onto the path of discovering who you are. And you're not supposed to wait until you realize who you are before you start. You just start. You start showing up for yourself. You start bringing that experience that you want to see in your external, in your internal. You internalize that first. You go within. You knock on the door of your own heart. You tap within yourself, and then you start feeling that which you want to, which wants to be felt, and then you start experiencing that in the external world. It will always come within. And so the life that you're living right now is the life based on what you truly believe to be true within yourself. So if you're feeling unworthy of things, or you're feeling guilt or shame, or you're feeling lack or scarcity or limitations, then you'll feel that and you'll experience that. That will be your go-to. If you're always worried about money, if you're going out and every time you think of an experience, or you look at something, or you go shopping, and the first thing you go is look at the price, and you feel this limited experience, you have this very limited experience of money, and your experience will match that. You will, because you believe that there's only that much, or you are only worth that much, or you only work this job and earn this income, so you can only get what this job and this income can provide for you. You have these limiting beliefs. And when you start unpacking those limiting beliefs, you start living a limitless experience, an experience where things are infinite. There are infinite possibilities of an infinite experience that you can choose for yourself based on these new choices that you're making for yourself. So I hope you can follow where I'm going with this, because this is up to you to realize what are the things that you value, and realizing that you have certain beliefs, whether they were shoved down your throat being a Christian, or whether you were conditioned to believe things because of the people that lived in your home, or the school you went to, or the religion that you were part of, or anything like that. Even if through sport or movies or TV shows, whatever it is, it doesn't matter how it happened. It just matters that it happened. And now you are empowered enough to make a decision and go, I don't believe that anymore. I'm going to change that. And that's how it works. You change your belief. You go, I am worthy. You start realizing how worthy you are, how free you are, and you're worth bigger and better things. And you start talking to those parts of you, or aligning those parts of you to experience reality the way you wish to experience. And you stop telling the old story. If you have parts of you, or whatever it is, thought in your mind, or whatever it is that goes, oh, I'm not good enough. You stop saying that story, and you start telling them, actually, I'm a great person. I am a great person. Thank you for believing that in the past, but it no longer serves me to believe that. And you start connecting with what it is that's going on within your own experience. This is why no one else can walk your experience for you. This is why you can't pay anyone to free yourself. You can only do it for yourself. You can pay someone like me to guide you or mentor you through that, or coach or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to do the work. It's up to you to align your belief systems. It's up to you to embody that truth and to live out your purpose. And so everything here is showing you that your experience is matching what you believe to be true about yourself. And I won't go into the complexities of it, but it all just flows the way it does. That's the way the universe works, or reality works, whatever you want to label it with. The labels don't matter. Whether you call it God or source or creator, the greater, whatever is out there. Because when you realize that you get to have a say, that you are created to co-create with reality, with the universe, with God, with you're working in tango. This is not about you mustering everything and realize and wondering how it's going to happen. The how and the where and the all that doesn't matter. All your job is to do is to align and to realize that it is going to happen. It is going to come to you. You just don't know when, and you don't know how. But it won't be a second late. Everything you need, so define your needs. Okay, if you feel like you need a Ferrari right now, then I'd invite you to rethink your needs. Everything you need will come to you exactly when you need it. Sometimes it comes early, but it will come exactly when you need it. It will never come late. And so when you go around with this belief, you stop worrying so much about things. You stop putting so much emphasis around things being missing, or things going wrong, or it's when you realize that everything is supporting you, that you always have what you need when you need it, you stop worrying so much. We're spread so thinly these days. It's I've said this before, and it's like you are just as powerful as any other human being on this planet. No other human being is more powerful than you are. They've just realized things and remembered things before you have. Anyone here on this planet has the ability to be famous or to create something. They haven't tapped within their own experience yet. They haven't tapped into their own unique talents yet. And so if you go and you look at anyone out there, they've just applied themselves more. They've just stopped limiting themselves. And it takes courage. You can go and judge anyone else's experience and you go, oh, well, they had this or they had this upper hand or whatever. There's many people that started with nothing, zero, and they've made their life out of what seems to be from the outside out of thin air, but it's taken, years of hard work, of mindset shifts, or doing things that are really courageous to do, that take a lot of courage, bold moves that go against the grain, being courageous enough to step out and go, actually, I'm excited to do it this way. I'm gonna go do it this way. Well, there's only 1.01% of people that are doing that. I'm gonna do it anyway. I know it's scary, but I'm gonna do it anyway because it feels exciting to me. Because I actually want to live. I want to feel like I can feel the blood flowing through my veins. I can feel like I'm alive. I can feel like the hairs raising off the top of my head. So it's like, what is it that you are good at? And if you don't know right now, that's okay because it will come to you. So yeah, everyone out there has the same abilities, the same powers, the same worthiness, the same value. And so when you apply that and you actually focus your energy on something, you start creating more of it. So if you start unplugging from those things that are draining you, that you're giving so much energy to, and that could be really subtle things, like it could be things like gossiping or judging something or whatever it is that you know what you do. Whether you watch pornography or do doom scrolling or watch Netflix or spend that extra 30 minutes in the car before and after work because you just want to break from it all. Whatever it is, which by the way, that's not necessarily a problem, but it's whatever you do that you spend energy and time towards, that's going to bring a different experience to you when you start changing what it is that you do. And when you start focusing your attention on what you really want. That's why successful people are successful, or we label them as successful, because they're getting clear on what it is they want. They they wake up in the morning and they go, what is the one thing, sorry, my finger's broken. What is the one thing that I want to achieve today? And they focus their attention, then boom, they get it done. And it's easy, effortless, it happens like this. All right, cool. What is the next one thing that I want to do? Boom. And so it becomes, it's not a problem of you don't have enough energy. You've got plenty of energy. You're just spreading yourself thinly. You're worried about politics, or you're worried about sport, or maybe not worried, but like or you have an opinion, a strong opinion about it, and it takes up a lot of your energy. Or you are, you're just worried about finances or bills, and you spend all that thing because you believe that the only way you're going to pay for them is through working your job that you spend 50 hours a week for. That's your belief. So if that's your belief, that's your experience. You're sacrificing 50 to 60 hours a week for that pay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just explaining. It's like that's your experience. That was my experience. I used to do that. I was the full-time working dad, and it comes with its full-time working dad stresses and feeling a sense of lack, feeling like you're not feeling fulfilled. You're feeling burnt out. And so you come to this point where you just go, I'm tired of giving my energy away. Like, why do you really care about the next viral video? Like, what does that really give you? Do you just, if you're someone who watches videos, like, is it just that important to you to have like a good laugh? There's different ways to laugh. You can literally just force yourself to start laughing. It's pretty fun. Do a laughing party with yourself. Just start laughing, and then it becomes contagious, and it's like it takes real practice. It's weird at first, but once you start going, you can put yourself into stitches. Like, we're so much more special and amazing that we realize we've put ourselves in this tiny little box. You go, all right, here's all the celebrities, here's all this latest stuff, there's all this, here's a big basket for whoever you idolize, who's the Tesla guy, like that guy, or Jeff Bezos, or we idolize these people. Oh, they've got such amazing lives. Oh, they're so innovative, and yeah, they are. And oh, they make so much money, and oh, look how much this soccer player is making. And I love watching him train or whatever. Like whatever it is that we do, like why does it matter so much for us? It's because we want to feel fulfilled. We want to feel something again. We want to be reminded that we are special. You're special. You have a special perspective, a special talent, you have something worth sharing. I don't care who watches this video. Everyone that watches this video has something worthwhile to share. Something. Like, I'm great at being a good listener. I'm great. I love listening to people. I'm great at being a fun dad. I'm a really fun dad. I'm a bit silly. Sometimes I'm a bit too silly and I annoy my kids, but I'm learning more about myself, and I'm being more in my own flow. I'm a great friend. I'm a fun person. I have a great personality. I make great jokes. I love food. I love travel. Like I'm really great company. I'm easy to live with. I'm also very hardworking. But there's a lot of things that I appreciate about myself that I never did. Because I used to hear it all the time. I used to go, people say good things about me. And I'll be like, oh yeah, cool, no worries. But I never felt any of that. I'm like, wouldn't it be nice to actually feel one of these things that apparently I do so well? Or apparently I'm this really fun guy, or apparently I'm really funny, or apparently I'm a really good friend. But wouldn't it be great to actually feel that? And I didn't feel that until a year or two ago. It was a year ago. It was just before, and it really cemented when I walked my first Camino. So it took me up until the age of 34 to start feeling good about myself. And I'm so grateful that I'm here now and I'm doing what I'm doing. I love what I'm doing. And one of the best things about it is it doesn't drain me. It gives me energy. It actually lifts me up. And I just, I'm like full of life and vitality. And yeah, I get frustrated still. And I still get angry at the kids sometimes. But I'm like, what is it that I am doing? What is it that I'm believing to be feeling the way I am right now? I take responsibility straight away, straight away. I went through a phase where I'd still try to like blame and push responsibility onto someone else. That's all we're doing. It's like when we don't take responsibility, we go, oh, I don't want it, you take it. Oh, I'll just shove it over your way. Through what? Through manipulative talk, through gaslighting, everyone does it. Everyone does it in some sort of degree, and it doesn't make us bad people. It's just we don't know how to cope. We don't know how to align ourselves. And so, what do I do when I make a mistake? When I'm feeling frustrated, I take responsibility. And my wife and I are in a really great relationship where we constantly just, if something goes wrong, we both pick up on it. We're like, or one of us picks up on it. We're just like, oh well, that's yours. Don't push it onto the kids. So we're in integrity with that all the time. Sometimes it takes me a few hours still, but usually it's pretty instant. I'm like, oh, I'm quick to apologize. I'm like, that was me. I just got overwhelmed, frustrated. I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have done that. That was really unkind of me. Um, you know, I just struggled in that moment. I'm sorry. And we display this in front of the kids. So back to the spreading thinly. We have say, you've got this much energy, and like every time you do something that is not really doesn't really matter to you, you do this to your energy. You make it smaller and smaller and smaller. And then at the end of the day, you've got this little bit of energy and you're exhausted, you're tired, and you're just like, I'm gonna go to sleep. And then, you're tired, you're not sleeping well, and then you don't get up in the morning when you really want to get up, and you sleep in again, or you stay up really late and you're overtired, and it was like 2 hours ago where your eyes started shutting, but you force yourself to stay awake so that you can do some numbing out or coping by doom scrolling or watching Netflix or something. Yeah, I've been there. Like I've done that. It's like you just want like a break from it all, and you want to feel something other than what it is that you're feeling right now, whether that's stress or worry or fear, and you go do something that numbs you out. Yeah, you choose your poison, whether that's pornography or doom scrolling or social media or listening to the news or watching movies, whatever you want to call it. When you're doing it as a coping mechanism, that's a problem. And the faster you pull yourself out of that, the more time you gain, and the more space you create to start filling your own cup. This really is very simple. It just takes work. It takes work. Your purpose is to be you, and in being you, you get fulfillment. You feel fulfillment. And anything you want to have in your life, any wealth that you want, you can call wealth abundance, wealth. It's the same thing. It means money. It means relationships. It means connection. It means community. It means all these beautiful, wonderful things that you desire for yourself. It means time freedom. This comes through being yourself, your authentic expression. Who are you? Who are you? And how are you being yourself on a daily basis? You don't need to start a social media account. I'm getting a new phone soon. You don't need to start a social media account. I do it because it's the easiest way to express myself. You don't need to do that if you don't want to. You don't have to live, you don't need to do that in order to live your best life. You can do it just by being you, being that awesome, fun dad who eats well, who sleeps well, who has great habits, who gets up in the morning, who exercises, who takes care of his health and his mental health, who, when he has a drink, doesn't have six or eight. He has like one or two because he realizes that one drink alone can reduce your sleep time by 30%. If you have one drink, at nighttime, it reduces your sleep quality by 20 or 30% from one drink. And people wonder why they're so exhausted the next day and hungover and all that. Alcohol is poison. At the end of the day, it's poison for your body. Your body hates it. But it's part of the human thing. Like I love the taste of alcohol. And I might have a glass of wine once a month, twice a month or something. If I'm on somewhere nice, I'll have a nice cider. I like to experience, but I don't need it to be part of my daily experience. Remove the things that are slowing you down, that are reducing your energy. Because you can expand this. If I said this is how much energy you have, you can expand that. Oh, I'm sleeping better. I'm drinking less alcohol. I'm meditating. I'm going to bed early. It's not because you're a boring person, it's because you value yourself enough to put yourself number one. It's not a selfish thing. I can definitely come across as selfish, but it's you realizing that when you have a full cup, you give. You're fun. You're great. You're great anyway. It's just now you start feeling it. Now you start living it. Now you start experiencing it. And you get on this journey of life where you want to just start taking some risks. You're like, this feeling feels good. What can I do that makes me feel more like this? Yeah. You start taking care of yourself. You start living out of your purpose. And then all of a sudden, you're starting feeling more connected to yourself. You're starting to feel more connected to your partner if you have one and your kids. You're starting to feel more fulfillment in all sorts of ways. Financially, you're less worried about money. You might not even be making more money or even less, but you're less worried about it because you understand how the universe works. This isn't about, you don't have to become spiritual. This isn't a cult or a religion. This is freedom. This is pure freedom where you set the rules, you set the tone of the day, you decide what you want to go do today. It's 5 to 12 on a Friday afternoon, and I'm sitting here in this office and I'm looking at the river here in New South Wales. And it's like 20 meters walk and I can fish. Put the bait on, walk, cast. There's a sauna out the back. Like you get to do that and you start balancing your life because the most desired thing from dads these days is time freedom, being present and feeling connection. Time freedom, being present and feeling connection. Is money any of those three things? We put too much focus on money. We put too much focus on things. When we moved from Perth to Tasmania and beginning of 2023, we sold an entire 4x2 house worth of stuff, except for 8 boxes and 4 suitcases. We downgraded our life from that. And then, over 2.5 years trying to create community and stuff in Tasmania, it was actually really just like a healing trip for us, a healing move for us. And again, in June this year, we sold everything and we fit it all in a little Suzuki SX4, and the kids sold all their toys. That was the confirmation to me. All of a sudden, they're selling their toys. I'm like, okay, we're going. And we were nervous as anything, but it's like we are doing these things because we realize we don't even need that much. And yes, we will get a home again. Yes, we will fill it with things again, but it's so much more. It's like a reset. You like actually don't need all that stuff anymore because more stuff means more clutter, more cleaning, more time. And I value the time that I have now to do the things that I want to do, to wake up in the morning, to take care of myself, to breathe, to feel the earth, to move my body, to dance. I'm dancing again, I'm singing again, I'm learning the guitar because I've made the choice to put myself first and I've taken the leap of faith or the leap of trust to follow my dreams because I know it works out. I've already felt it and I feel it all the time now. I know it works out. It all works out. It's all good because I always have what I need when I need it. These are shifts that you can do right today. Today. Don't wait. Start today because this is the life of your choosing. Whatever, forget everything else you've been taught. This is your life. You write the rules. You do the things that are important to you. To me, it's being, I love the fact that I don't have to rush off to school every morning. I love that. It's like the last 3 months. This year, I mean, kids only did one term at school because of our daughter's second heart surgery, but it's like I don't have to rush off. And my son and daughter, they're not worried and upset that they have to be rushed. My son hated being rushed. We had to be so, because he's like neurodivergent, we had to be so like careful of how we, making sure his clothes are all good, they're nice and warm. We lived in Tasmania. It's like when the clothes feel funny, he gets all upset and he gets really triggered and like all these things. And he has to have his like 30 minutes of screen time in the morning at some point, like, and he would fight the fact that he had to get dressed and have something to eat and all that, and just the stress of it. I'm like, this is exhausting. And after spending 2.5 years of trying to advocate for him at school, and the stress of that, and being called two to five times a week to go pick him up because he's running away from school or whatever, and he's just like a different kid now, and he's relaxed and he's calm and he's so much nicer to his sister and he's a beautiful child, and the calmness and the taking our time and the slow travel and the we don't have to be anywhere, but what do we want to do today? Do we have any work to do? Yeah, I've got a couple hours to work to do. So, I'll see you at midday. And then we hang out as a family. We have lunch together. We have breakfast together. We have dinner together. And then I'll do my work in the morning and my wife does her work in the afternoon. We have dinner together at night and we usually hang out at night and watch TV, or we watch a movie, or we play games. Often we play games. Now we're having spa sessions outside. And it's like, it's just this freedom to go do the things that we're excited to do because we've put ourselves first. We've put our dreams first, even though we don't even know what they look like. So there's a life outside of the difficulty that you're feeling right now, the fear that you're feeling right now, the frustrations, the pains, the problems that you're experiencing right now. They're only limited by you. Your problems can be limited by you. You're the only one that limits your experience. That's what I was trying to say, sorry. Your experience, it can be such a beautiful, expansive feeling. And I'm not saying every part of your life is feeling like this, you know. That's the key. Like, look at what is working. Start seeing things differently. Start talking more. Start talking more about what is going right, and catch yourself talking about the things that are going wrong. Because I promise you, the more you focus on what is working, the more you'll see what's working. And those things that are not working, they'll become quieter and quieter until they disappear. So that's it for today's session. I'm going to be bringing more specific episodes in for mindset thinking and practicing calmness and how to be more present. So I'll be working on those over the next few weeks. And yeah, remember that everything here is here to support you, and you're exactly where you need to be. And I'm excited and I'm happy that you're here. and I'm here for you because I care, and I have a lot to offer. And if you're willing to do the work, you will see massive shifts within yourself and then massive shifts within your life. All right, bye.